All right, so I was able to grab this young lady. She is so busy. So I have like not a lot of time to ask her the important questions, the pressing questions. First things first, Michele Newell, reporter from WPXI here in Pittsburgh. She's always in the streets. This time I got her before she headed out. How are you, love? You good?
I am good.
You know, I think my mother and I kind of like adopted you. My mom asks, how is that baby? Tell that baby to put a scarf on. Where is that baby? Is she sleeping? Is she eating? Does she need some food? So know that you have another family on the other side, just waiting for you to be like, did your mom make me some potato salad? We just waiting on you to call on us. We right here. Okay.
My mom does that so much, Kiki. Like, she's already like that kind of mom. So to have like a second version of her probably wouldn't hurt. But
okay. All right.
I'll let her know. Same exact way. She acts like I'm still a toddler sometimes. Like, Michelle.
Oh, no, once you're a mom, it happens.
I know. She's like, did you eat breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, mom.
Yep.
Do you have an umbrella? It's raining. Like, yes, mom. I'm only 36 years old.
Checking in with you. That was a great report. Or, hey, I like your lipstick. I'm watching you. So just know that you're covered.
Cool. Yeah. I get the support too from my mom. And I appreciate your mom. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate your support too. But I am good. I think I'm finally getting into the groove of things when it comes to journalism during the COVID-19 pandemic. Not only am I a journalist, I'm a Black woman, and the Black community has been hit extremely hard with this virus. So you kind of have a two-parter there. So in addition to being a journalist and telling the story and making sure that I'm protected, and my station does everything to make sure we're protected, constantly giving us hand sanitizer, masks, disinfect wipes, all of that stuff. And we have to follow the governor's guidelines just as much as other essential businesses have to. Mm-hmm. So that's probably it seems a little different for me sometimes, because it dawns on me, oh, the governor just said that, we're reporting that. And then it's like, that also relates to us,
right?
You know, and we're following those same guidelines. So that's a really interesting perspective, but I do think I'm finally getting into the groove of things. I don't think I'll ever get used to being in a pandemic, because it's just that, but I'm getting used to learning how to live through a pandemic.
Has it become overwhelming for you so far? You're out there all the time. Does it become so much you're just like, wait, I gotta sit back. This is a lot.
I think initially when all of this was happening, there were so many changes. I felt like it was hour by hour. So many changes of how I had to work in an environment while all of this is going on, just changes in what kind of stories we were reporting, which meant it's all COVID-19. Initially, It was like that. And I think initially, a lot of that was definitely overwhelming. There was a lot to process. And I think for me, it was important to just make sure I'm staying on top of that, you know, because there's a constant stream of information. And then you have to think about our personal lives, you know, who in our family or what associates or friends do we know who are dealing with this worse than we are,
right?
You know, so that's an aspect as well. So I think when you couple all of those things together, there can definitely be a level of being overwhelmed. I'm glad to have faith in my life. I'm glad to, you know, be able to pray through it. I'm glad to have a church family that's very supportive. I know the church I go to is in Rankin, and my pastor, he started posting videos regularly. He started calling, just checking in on us to see how we were doing. And his wife is a nurse, which is good.
Okay.
She's on the front lines, and I get it. But she was able to speak to what do we need to be doing as a community to make sure we are protected. So not only was I getting my faith strengthened, it was also like, okay, from a health perspective, this is what we are going to be doing as a church, and this is what we're no longer going to be doing. Like, I haven't been in a church building for a while now.
Yeah.
We're doing everything virtually. And I appreciate my pastor for that. I appreciate him for being wise in that decision, because at the end of the day, what matters most is the safety of the congregation. So that's one way that I was able to deal with being overwhelmed. And I think just having, like, to be honest with you, like, to be completely transparent, I think one of the most things that was like the most overwhelming for me, because I'm such a family person, I am consistently surrounded by loved ones, is overnight taking that out of my life.
Wow.
You know, I made a decision early on. My family made a decision early on. We are not seeing each other. I live alone. So, you know, for me, that's difficult, not being able to see my family. And, you know, some of my family members have health issues. That level of concern probably was the most overwhelming. Okay, my mom said she went to the grocery store. She has all these health issues. Was she protected properly? But so just making sure my family is okay, I think it has probably been the most overwhelming for me.
Wow. So I know when people ask me, when this is over, what is the first thing you're going to do?
You know, everyone
that's the same question. Like, what do you want to do?
So I was talking to this guy, like, about that, and it was crazy because I asked him, I said, you know, what's the first thing you want to do when all of this is over? And he told me. And then I told him what I would do. And I didn't want to sound cheesy about it or anything, but you really want to know the first thing I'm going to do is, whether it's not even sleep. I think, like, at this point, since I don't have a life right now outside of work, and I'm, like, always at home, like, the weekends are always like, just sleep. It feels like the Groundhog Day. Like, every day is just the same, you know? Yeah. But the first thing I think I'm going to do is go to one of those areas that would typically be busy in Pittsburgh, or just go somewhere, even if it's Ross Park, the Ross Park area, Ross Park Mall, or wherever, and just stand there. I don't even have to go there. I could just go, like, on the side of a road, to be honest.
Please don't be that chick. Hi, hello,
yes.
Hi.
And I think I'm just going to take that moment to just stand there and just look at life being back to normal. The busyness of the parkway. Like, being stuck in traffic will now be something that I'm grateful for.
Right.
Because not seeing anyone on the roads is very concerning.
Yes.
It almost feels like it's the end times when you're going to work. And I'm the night side reporter, so typically when I go to work, I'm hitting rush hour. Always traffic, always backed up. It's like a ghost town.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think just sitting in that moment and thinking, like, I am actually grateful for this. Like, I am actually grateful that traffic is backed up. That means that America is finally on the road
to somewhat of a normalcy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then the other things, of course, like, the next thing is just, in addition to, like, appreciating those moments that we typically would not even pay attention to, of course, like, giving my mom and dad a hug. You know, I cannot wait to see my nieces and my godson. I miss them so much.
Yeah.
And holding them and just being with them. Those are the two things. And of course, you know, the pampering, you know, I definitely want to make sure I'm going to be safe about when I go back to the nail shop.
Girl.
And do things like that. Like, I'm going to be safe about that. Because honestly, this has also taught me that the necessities are really all that matter. Like, when you look at your bank account, you know, and you see that you're not spending your money at a restaurant or get a pedicure or, you know, all these different things.
Different perspective.
I have a totally different mindset. Now it's like, so after this, I really want to keep that. I want to ask myself, do I really need to go to that restaurant? Or do I really need to do this? Can I hold out a few weeks before I get a touch up with the hair? Like, those are things that I really want to start seriously considering moving forward.
I love that, because we have to put the human on a lot of our personalities. We look at you and they look at me, or as though we're robots and we don't have feelings and we don't have families or we don't have emotions. And I always enjoy talking to you. We go through tech. We have our little text conversations and, hey girl, you good? I'm good, girl. And I know that, but people who watch you or people who listen to me don't think that the things that they're affected by also affect us as well. We are human. And I wanted to just sit down with you, if just for 10 minutes, just to talk to you about how you're doing, checking in with you, and to also encourage you to be safe and let you know I'm very proud of you. I am very proud of you. I see you every time, like, oh, there she go. Oh, there she go.
I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate what you're still doing during this pandemic, because I'm a huge music lover. I'm a huge community event lover, and so to see what you've been doing weekly to keep our community in the know, and then to see you still making sure we're getting the therapeutic element of music that we need, because music heals. Like, I am a strong believer of that. We need that. And I'm just so thankful for you to be able to continue to give us what we need in a time that's very difficult. So I appreciate that. You know, you have to always be happy and lively, and, you know, like, at least with news, sometimes it's like, I'm not like, you know, my job doesn't require that. So it's different. Right. So with you, it's like you are constantly having to stay on a certain level with your energy and how much excitement you're bringing to other people. And that is not easy, especially during a pandemic. So I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate how much you highlight our community and what we're doing, and be safe as well. I appreciate your dad. I saw your dad was like on the ones and twos.
Girl, I was worn out. I was the one that was tired. He was the one that was working.
Oh my goodness. When I saw that, I said, now this is nice. I love that.
Yeah. Well, you know, whatever I can do, it's something that, as long as I have a role to play, I'm going to play my part. I'm going to do what I can, you know? So,
right.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Well, we'll do something. I don't know. I'll just let me know when you're free.
We will. And if there are any stories that, you know, people want to get out there, don't hesitate to reach out to me, especially during this time, the time of the pandemic, and a time where the future is such a blur right now. So, you
find you on Facebook.
Yes. You can add me on Facebook, Twitter, reach out to me. I'm here to tell those stories that matter most.
Thank you so much. God bless. Be safe, sis.
You too. Thank you.